Forget everything you think you know about electric cars, because while you're dropping 30 grand on a Nissan Leaf or 40 on a base Tesla Model 3, China just rolled out 5 electric cars that cost less than a used Honda Civic. And here's the kicker, these things don't just work, they're actually good, like really good. Beautiful design, real range, tech that'll make your Tesla feel ancient, and prices so low you'll think I'm making this up. I'm not. Today on Talkrov, we're counting down the top 5 futuristic Chinese EVs you won't believe are under $25,000. And when we hit number 1, you're going to see exactly why legacy automakers are losing sleep at night. This isn't about cheap knockoffs anymore. This is about a complete reset of what affordable transportation looks like. So smash that subscribe button, because what you're about to see is going to change how you think about buying your next car. Let's start at number 5. Number 5, the Wuling Hongguang Mini EV. And yeah, I know what you're thinking, Wuling who? But before you click away, hear me out, because this little thing right here is the best-selling electric car on planet Earth, not in China. On Earth, it outsold Tesla Model 3, it outsold everything, and when you see the price, you'll understand why. From the outside, the Hongguang Mini looks like someone shrunk down a Retro City car and gave it an electric makeover. It's boxy, it's cute, it's unapologetically tiny. The front end has these round headlights that give it this friendly cartoonish vibe, like a character from a Pixar movie decided to become a real car. The sides are smooth with these bold two-tone color options, mint green with white roof, baby pink with black accents, sky blue, pastel yellow. This thing comes in colors that make every other car on the road look boring. And here's the thing, it's small, really small, about 3.1 meters long. That's shorter than a Smart for 2, but that's the whole point. This car was designed for crowded city streets where parking is basically a blood sport. You can slide this into spaces that would make a Fiat 500 driver jealous. Step inside and it's minimalist in the best way. No massive screens trying to impress you, just a simple digital display for your speed and battery level, a few physical buttons for climate control, and that's it. The steering wheel is basic but functional. The seats, surprisingly comfortable with decent fabric that doesn't feel like you're sitting on cardboard. There's enough room for 4 adults if they're friendly, or 2 adults and 2 kids if you're doing school runs. And get this, the dashboard is flat, so it doubles as a shelf. Toss your phone there, your coffee, a small bag, boom, extra storage, clever. Now performance. The Hongguang Mini comes with a few battery options. The base version gives you about 170 kilometers of range. Not much, but the mid and top trims push that up to 200 and even 300 kilometers. That's enough for a full week of city commuting without charging. The motor sits up front, 50 kilowatts of power, which translates to about 68 horsepower. Not fast, but quick enough to dart through traffic and make city driving fun. Top speed, 100 kilometers per hour. You're not taking this on the Autobahn, but for zipping around town, picking up groceries, dropping kids at school, perfect. And now the moment you've been waiting for, the price. In China, the Hongguang Mini EV starts at $5,000. $5,000. That's less than a used moped in some countries. That's cheaper than financing a new iPhone every year for 3 years. You could buy 2 of these for the price of one base model Nissan Leaf. Even if you factor in import costs and tariffs for Western markets, we're talking maybe $8,000 to $10,000. Still insanely cheap. Would you actually drive this? Drop a comment, because up next at number 4, we've got a car that takes everything the Mini EV does and adds a dose of crossover attitude. Number 4, the Neda Aya. And if you've never heard of Neda, welcome to the club. But this little crossover SUV is proof that Chinese brands aren't just about cheap anymore. They're about smart cheap. There's a difference. From the outside, the Neda Aya looks like a proper small crossover, not a toy car, a real SUV. It's got this rounded front end with sharp LED headlights that stretch into the fenders. The closed grille screams electric vehicle, and the bumper has this aggressive trapezoid intake design that gives it a sporty edge. From the side, you notice the high belt line, the black cladding around the wheel arches, the slightly lifted stance. This thing looks ready for adventure even if it's really just built for Costco runs. Around back, a single full-width taillight bar glows like a neon strip at night, and the rear bumper has this chunky sculpted look that makes it feel more premium than the price would suggest. Inside, things get interesting. The dashboard is dominated by a 14.6-inch portrait touchscreen. That's bigger than what you get in most luxury cars. It's running a MediaTek MT8675 chip, which, fun fact, has performance comparable to Qualcomm's 8155 processor, the one that powers cars costing 3 times as much. You get navigation, multimedia, vehicle controls, even in-car karaoke, because apparently that's a thing in China. The steering wheel is this funky 2-spoke design that tries to look sporty. The seats are wrapped in faux suede, heated in the higher trims, and there's wireless phone charging, ambient lighting, a 12-inch digital instrument cluster. Honestly, it feels like sitting in a car that should cost twice as much. Now, performance. The Neta Aya comes in 2 versions. The base model has a 40 kilowatt motor, 54 horsepower, and a range of 318 kilometers. Good enough for most daily driving. But if you want more oomph, the top version bumps that up to 70 kilowatts, 95 horsepower, and 401 kilometers of range. That's 250 miles in a car under $15,000. Let that sink in. The battery, lithium iron phosphate, LFP, super safe, long lasting, and charges from 30 to 80% in about 35 minutes on a fast charger. And the price. The Neta Aya starts at $10,300 in China. Even the top trim with the bigger battery and all the bells and whistles, $12,400. You literally cannot buy a used Nissan Leaf in decent condition for that price. Would you trust a brand you've never heard of over a Nissan or Chevy? Honest question. Let me know in the comments, because number 3 is about to blow your mind, and it's got a surprising connection to an American car giant. Number 3, the Baojun Yep Plus. And here's where things get wild, because Baojun isn't some random startup. It's a joint venture between SAIC, General Motors, and Wuling. Yeah, GM, the same company that makes Chevy and Cadillac. They're backing this boxy little beast that looks like a mini Mercedes G-Wagon and costs less than a MacBook Pro. From the outside, the Yep Plus is unapologetically retro. Boxy silhouette, squared off fenders, black cladding everywhere, roof racks, even a fake spare tire mount on the back. It's giving Suzuki Jimny energy, but electric and cheaper. The headlights are round and chunky. The front bumper is simple, no nonsense, just pure utilitarian cool. From the side, you notice the short overhangs, the high ground clearance, the chunky wheels. This thing looks like it wants to go off-road, even though it's really just a city car with attitude. And the colors? Oh man, Sun Chaser Orange, Super Shadow Gray, plus the classic white, black, and blue. 2-tone options available. This car is designed to stand out. Inside, the Yep Plus is way more tech-forward than you'd expect. The center console has a 12.8-inch floating touchscreen. That's a massive upgrade from the previous 10-inch unit. It runs Lingmo 2.0 Max, which is an advanced driver assistance system. We're talking level 2 plus autonomous driving, navigation on pilot for up to 10 urban routes, highway autopilot with active lane changes, ramp recognition, scenario data from over 375 cities across China. This is tech you'd expect in a $60,000 Volvo, not a $14,000 Chinese SUV. The seats, now configured for 5 people instead of the original 4. That means you get a full rear bench, more practical for families. The materials, faux suede, soft touch plastics, 8.8-inch digital driver display, 6 airbags, ESP stability control, tire pressure monitoring. Honestly, it's loaded. Performance-wise, the Yep Plus comes with 3 battery options. Base model gets a 32 kilowatt-hour pack, 301 kilometers of range. Middle trim, 42 kilowatt-hours, 401 kilometers. Top trim, 54 kilowatt-hours, 501 kilometers. That's over 300 miles in a car that costs what most people spend on a vacation. The motor, 75 kilowatts, 100 horsepower, 180 newton meters of torque. Top speed of 150 kilometers per hour, 0 to 50 in about 4 seconds. It's not fast, but it's fun. And the price? Base model starts at $10,120. Top trim, 14 grand. And remember, this has GM's backing, which means it's not some fly-by-night operation. It's a real car from a real manufacturer with real support. So yeah, a mini G-Wagon with autonomous driving for the price of a used Corolla. That's number 3, and if you think that's impressive, wait till you see number 2, because it's about to redefine what value means. Number 2. the Wuling Bingo SUV. And before you say, wait, another Wuling? Let me stop you. Because the Bingo SUV is a completely different animal from the Mini EV. This is a proper family hauler, with real space, real range, and a price that'll make you question why anyone still buys gas cars. From the outside, the Bingo SUV looks friendly, cute even, with these big oval headlights that give it a wide-eyed expression. The front bumper is minimal, clean, the sides are smooth with a high belt line, and these small 15 or 16-inch wheels tucked into the arches. It's taller than a hatchback, more upright, but not aggressively boxy like the Yep Plus. Think friendly family crossover, not off-road warrior. The roofline is smooth, slightly sloped at the back, and there's black cladding around the wheel arches to give it that rugged SUV vibe. Color options? White, red, gray-green, all solid shades. No wild two-tones here. This car is designed to blend in, not stand out. But here's where it gets interesting. Inside, the Bingo SUV is shockingly practical. It has 23 storage spaces scattered throughout the cabin. 23 door pockets, center console cubbies, under-seat storage, seat back pockets, even a hidden compartment under the trunk floor for charging cables. This car was designed by someone who actually uses a car for real life, not just Instagram photos. The second row, absolutely massive, 882 millimeters of legroom. That's more than some mid-sized sedans. Adults can sit back there comfortably, kids can sprawl out, and if you need cargo space, fold the rear seats down. Boom, 1,450 liters of storage. You could fit a small apartment's worth of IKEA furniture in there. The front gets a 10-inch touchscreen running Ling OS. Voice controls, Bluetooth, USB ports everywhere. 4 airbags. Backup camera? It's not fancy, but it works. Performance? Here's where the Bingo SUV flexes. 3 battery options. Base model, 32 kilowatt hours. 330 kilometers of range. Middle, 38 kilowatt hours. 401 kilometers. Top trim, 50.6 kilowatt hours. 510 kilometers. That's 317 miles. More range than a base Tesla Model 3 for a fraction of the price. The motor is the same across all trims. 75 kilowatts, 102 horsepower, 180 newton meters, 0 to 50 in 3.7 seconds. Top speed 140 kilometers per hour. It's zippy enough for city driving, composed enough for highway cruising, and now the price. Base model, $10,750. Middle trim, $12,000. Top trim with the massive battery, $13,600. You're getting a family SUV with over 300 miles of range for less than the down payment on a Honda CR-V. That's not a typo. So yeah, if you need space, if you need range, if you need value, the Bingo SUV delivers. But as good as it is, it's not number one, because the car sitting at the top of this list, it's the one that has every legacy automaker genuinely worried. Number 1. The BYD Seagull, also known as the Dolphin Mini in some markets. And listen, this isn't just the cheapest car on the list, it's the smartest, the safest, and the one most likely to actually make it to Western markets in volume. Because BYD isn't playing games. They're coming for Tesla, they're coming for Volkswagen, and they're bringing a car that costs $11,000 but drives like 30. From the outside, the BYD Seagull is a design masterclass. It's retro, but modern, cute, but confident. The front end has these round LED headlights that sit on either side of a smooth closed grille. Daytime running lights form this swooping U-shape that connects the lights to the lower bumper. From the side, you see this single flowing arc from nose to tail. It's clean, minimal, almost sculptural. No unnecessary lines, no fake vents, just pure form. The C-pillar has this ice crystal frost design element. Little dot matrix details arranged in patterns that catch the light. It's a small touch, but it shows attention to detail. And the wheels, 15 or 16 inches depending on trim, with aerodynamic covers that look straight off a concept car. Color options? This is where BYD gets fun. Mint green, baby pink, sky blue, coral orange, plus classic white and black. And every color comes with the option for a contrasting roof. Two-tone combos that make the Seagull pop like candy on wheels. Inside, it's way nicer than you'd expect. The dashboard is clean, modern. A 10.1-inch floating touchscreen dominates the center, positioned at just the right height so you don't have to reach or look down. The air conditioning vents have this cyberpunk angular design with bright accent colors. The seats are wrapped in high-quality materials with excellent ergonomic shaping. Three-dimensional curves, multi-layer details, retails. Honestly, it feels like sitting in a $40,000 car. But here's the BYD Flex. Safety. The Seagull comes standard with 6 airbags. Front, front side, and full-length curtain airbags. That's more than some luxury sedans. And it's built on BYD's e-Platform 3.0, which includes their famous Blade battery. Let me explain why that matters. Most EVs use pouch-style lithium-ion batteries. They're energy dense, but they can be dangerous. Thermal runaway, fire risk. BYD's Blade battery is different. It's lithium iron phosphate, LFP, arranged in long, thin, blade-like cells that are structurally integrated into the floor. This makes the battery incredibly safe. Even when punctured, it doesn't catch fire. And as a bonus, it adds torsional rigidity to the chassis, making the whole car stiffer and safer. The Seagull scored 5 stars in Euro NCAP testing. 5 stars. That's the same rating as a Mercedes S-Class, in a car that costs $11,000. Performance? The Seagull comes with 2 battery options. Base model gets a 30 kilowatt-hour pack, about 300 kilometers of range. Top model, 38.8 kilowatt-hours, 405 kilometers. That's 250 miles. The motor, 55 kilowatts, 75 horsepower, enough to hit 100 kilometers per hour and cruise comfortably on highways. Charging, 30 to 80% in 29 minutes on a DC fast charger. That's Tesla level speed. And the price? In China, the BYD Seagull starts at $11,000. In the UK, where it's called the Dolphin Surf, it starts at 18,650 pounds. That's about $23,000. Still insanely cheap, and it's already available. You can buy one today. In Europe, in South America, in Southeast Asia, and rumors say BYD is eyeing US market entry by 2026. This is the car that could actually disrupt everything, because it's not just cheap, it's good, really good, and when a car this good costs this little, it forces everyone else to rethink their entire strategy. So here's the question: if the BYD Seagull showed up at your local dealer tomorrow for $25,000, would you buy it over a Nissan Leaf? Over a Chevy Bolt? Hell, over a used Tesla Model 3. That's the disruption. That's why legacy automakers are scared, because China didn't just catch up, they leapfrogged, and they're selling cars that are better, safer, and cheaper than anything Detroit or Europe can touch. So there you have it. The top 5 futuristic Chinese EVs you won't believe are under $25,000. Which one would you buy? Drop your answer in the comments. Smash that like button if this list surprised you, and subscribe to TalkRav because next week we're breaking down the 5 Chinese luxury sedans that cost less than a used Toyota Camry but feel like a Rolls Royce. Trust me, you don't want to miss that.